So as you can see, it's a beautiful day on the farm. We are in January, and January is like the coldest month in Portugal. And so, you know, we're like in the depths of winter here. It starts to warm up a little bit. But on a day like today, you really wouldn't know that it's winter. It's 14 degrees today, but in the sun, it is a lot hotter. And I mean, the farm has just changed so much in these few months. I just want to show you quickly how long the grass and everything is. So you can see here, let's get Mima up against it. The grass is getting pretty tall. Now this isn't actually grass. This year we've got oats planted in the field. It's kind of mixed in with a little bit of these wildflowers. But this is going to be oats. And this is going to basically become sheep fodder. So this entire field, the whole bottom field, stretching all the way across here to the front field, it's all oats. And then what we're going to do is our sort of front lawn section, that's going to be like wildflowers and stuff. So we're going to have plenty of like pollen and nectar and things for the bees. I'm going to do like a strip across here, and then I'm only going to really mow flat just around the house here. But yeah, it's just looking so amazing. Beautiful time of year. Now we have a really big job coming up on the farm, and that is all of the pruning of our olives. We've got like about 100 olive trees, and I'm guessing that each tree is going to take about 10-15 minutes. So we've got a lot of time that needs to be put into pruning these olives. And we didn't prune them last year, we didn't prune them the year before that, and the year before we moved into the farm they weren't pruned. So it's been about 3 years now. And as you can see, let me turn around the camera here. I mean, this is just like one of them. This is an enormous tree. I'm just going to put the camera here so you can see, you know, I'm over here, and then the tree just kind of stretches up. So yeah, massive tree. It's very difficult to get in there because there's all these branches. So when you're actually trying to get the olives off the trees, it's incredibly difficult. It's very high as well. So what you want to do is you basically want to cut back all of this growth. You want to bring the height down, and you want to make it so that a sparrow could fly straight through the center of the tree without hitting anything. That's what I've been told. So as you can see, we have a whole stack in here. We've got all these olive trees in here, and then we've got some more going down at the bottom field and more in the front here. So quite a bit of work that needs to be done. So the problem is I've been doing a lot of property videos. We're doing about 2 to 3 a week. We're doing our vlog on top of that. Each property video takes 1 to 2 days, and then obviously our vlog, you know, takes however long that takes. So I've got maybe 1 day a week at the moment that I can actually prune these olives. And that's not going to be enough. They need to be pruned before all of like the little buds and things start. So what I've done is I've asked Joaquin's son Sergio if he knows of anyone in the village, anyone local who could help us with the pruning. Obviously we'll pay them for that, and we can get someone in to do all the pruning professionally for us this year. Because what we don't want to do is let those olives grow even taller. And then when it comes like round to actually harvesting those olives, it's even more difficult and even takes more time. So yeah, so hopefully we can find someone and they can give us a hand. We're also going to need to start pruning our vineyard. I think I've seen just down there where Joaquin's farm is, I think that's what they're doing today. So let's go and pop down there and have a look at what they're up to. We've got quite a bit of time before the vines have to actually be pruned properly. So I think you probably don't want to prune them while they're still frosts, and we have had some frosts. But you know, I'm still kind of learning all of this stuff. This weather is so awesome. Oh. We've had about 2 weeks of this weather where it's just like really hot and sunny the whole day long. Well, not hot, but you know, when I say hot, it's like it's 14 degrees outside in the sunshine. It feels like about 20 degrees. But as soon as you go into the shade, then it's cold. And last night, I think it went down to about -1. So yeah, I mean, you definitely have to have like some warm clothing at night time. So you can see the grasses on this side aren't as high, but they're all growing up nicely. And Dog's about to ruin the shot. So we're here on Joaquin's farm, and as you can see, he's hard at work. He's always hard at work, and he's doing a whole bunch of pruning. Looks like he's taking out a whole bunch of brambles along this hedgerow here, and basically just cutting all and pruning all of the trees back. And his vineyard is looking very different to our vineyard. You can see they've done a lot of pruning here on all of the vine stumps. They're being trained all the way along these wires here. And look at all of this chamomile. Isn't that amazing? Huh. Wow, so it looks like this entire tree here was almost rotten. It just fell over. Yeah, at some point I also want to basically build trellises for our vineyard, and then you can basically train the vines to go along the wires, and then you can basically get more grapes because you've got more of a sort of area. Otherwise what happens is all the vines grow out and all the grapes, they hit the ground, and then when they're on the ground they'll get scorched by the sun, or you've got animals eating them and stuff like that. So this is definitely the way forward if you want a lot more production from your vineyard. But we'll get there, we'll get there. You know, we've got a lot of stuff that we have to do, and it's kind of just doing things one by one. Let's go and have a look at what Costa's up to. He's like the expert at pruning the vines. Now, he had an accident a while ago and he hurt his leg. So I haven't seen him for a while, so I want to see how he's doing. Hola, Costa.
Okay.
Tudo bem? Is the... Okay, yeah, shame, yeah, so I believe he's twisted his ankle, and so he couldn't even walk for like a couple of weeks. It was really bad. But Costa is like, he's the professional. he's the pro at basically pruning all the olives and stuff like that. You can see from Joaquin's farm here, you can actually see our farmhouse over there. And it gives you a whole different view from over here. How cool is that? So Joaquin's got quite a cool farm here. He's got, well, this vineyard, so let me just turn the camera around. So he's got the whole vineyard here. Obviously our farm's in that direction, so our farm's in front here. But he's got this whole vineyard section. And then he's got all the farm buildings here where he's got all his milking equipment, where he milks the sheep and stores the sheep. He's got all of his hay bales and everything for the food. So this vineyard kind of stretches out to here, but his land extends further. So he's got a whole bunch of land. It actually goes really far down there. It's much bigger than our farm. But he also, like what he does for our fields and stuff, where he looks after our fields in return for grazing his sheep on them, he does that almost from here all the way back to the village. So he's using a lot of land. He's looking after a lot of land. And that's what he uses so that he can basically turn that grass into like food so that his sheep can produce milk. So he's constantly busy. Now, if you're going to keep like a big flock of sheep, you have to make sure that they can always eat. And so it's a never-ending, non-stop job. You've got to be up early in the morning. You've got to be getting them to pastures. You've got to make sure that they don't overeat those pastures. You've got to make sure that you've always got grass growing somewhere so that you can keep moving them. And right now it's probably not too much of a problem, but as soon as like the hot summers and things kick in and there's no grass left and it's just like dry, dusty soil, that's when you need to have baled up enough stuff in the winter or in the spring so that you've got food to feed them during those hot months. So the work never stops. And well, I don't think I've ever seen Joaquin sit still. He's always on the go. He's always doing something. He's always doing something with the sheep, or he's doing something on the farm, or he's fixing something. And yeah, Joaquin is a real farmer, professional. Now brinque service. Same. Yeah, that basically means like you don't mess around. Cool, so I'm going to leave them to it. I've got to get back now because we're about to go and shoot a private virtual tour video This is going to be like the third one that we have booked in this week. So we're trying to like shoot our vlog around that and make sure that you guys have something also to watch. A lot of these private videos don't actually hit YouTube because obviously they're private. But we are going to be shooting a whole bunch of non-private ones. So we are, getting together with different estate agencies when we find interesting properties, and we're going to be filming those for you guys as well. So yeah, but for now, I've got to go and shoot this property video. Ciao, Costa. Ciao, Joaquin. Hasta luego. All right, let's get out of here. So this is the first time that Eddie's come face to face with the sheep. Oh, I think I might have made them a bit nervous standing up and turning around. Look, there's a whole bunch of little lambs. Good morning.
Hello.
We are going to take the dogs to the vet because, well, they need a little bit of stuff. They need, what do they need?
Masak needs his painkillers.
Yeah.
And Mimosa's just going to learn that the vet's is not bad. And Eddie needs the rest of his injections and his microchip.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to go and go. We're going to go and go. So I'm half asleep. And I don't have my phone. I don't have my camera with me, so I'm using a phone. So bear with us.
Right, Mama, Eddie, Masak, whatever your names are. Mimosa, in. Mimosa, come on, in.
Good girl.
No, don't get hurt again, you weirdo.
Is he going in the back? He's going to get flattened. No, Mima, in. Jeez, Eddie is getting massive. And as always, we have a traffic jam. But I love these traffic jams. Watching a whole bunch of sheep bums bouncing up and down.
Dog is just about to bark and roll.
Hey, dog. Dog. Stop that. Little Eddie's looking up at his brother and sister, and he's wondering why they're making so much noise. Well, actually, it's just his big brother making all the noise. So for those of you wondering, we do have them strapped in. We've got these little collar chain things, and you can see Dog's wearing one as well that's connected. But I don't know how well they work, because if we did have an accident, the dogs would end up flying and getting choked. But apparently that's like the law, you have to have one of those. And the little puppy, we don't have one of those for him yet, but he's kind of in the footwell, so he can't go flying anywhere. Look at them, they're all nice and relaxed.
Until you said that.
Until I said that, yeah. So today we are taking Eddie for this stuff over here, which is his vaccine. It's going to be his last vaccine shot. And then for Dog's getting Librela. And I did briefly speak about this before, but this is, it's something that basically helps with hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, and basically like arthritis and joint problems. So you give them an injection once every, so an injection once every month. And basically it takes all of the pain away. It takes about 3 months to start working. Or about a month to start working. Yeah, so after a month it starts working, and well, you can see the proof is here. Dog went from having severe arthritis to now he runs around like like a young dog. So it works. So from this day onwards he's going to have a chip on his shoulder.
Left side of the neck always, here in Portugal.
Okay.
In the UK sometimes they do between the neck.
Ah. Wow, was that it, huh?
Yeah.
That was so fast, and he didn't even make a noise. So that's the vaccine. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's okay. What happened?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's like I'm just trying to eat some treats.
Yeah. And I'm being a vet.
So I just want to say a big thank you to Eulalia for helping us today, and come to Vet Beirao in Castelo Branco. They give amazing service, and they've always looked after our pets really, really well. So thank you, Eulalia.
Thank you.